The Dallas Mavericks have just made one of the most harebrained, dumb, stupid, craziest NBA trades in the history of the NBA. As we all know, Luka Doncic has been down with the calf strain since Christmas time. All we had to do was get through January, he gets reevaluated right before the All-Star break, and we're back in business as we try to make it back to the finals. But the news just broke out not too long ago that the Dallas Mavericks have traded away Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis? In this video, we're going to take a look at all the details surrounding this trade. Is this even real news? Is it fake news? Why did this trade happen? And should Nico Harrison still have his job after today? But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're currently sitting at 17,187 subscribers. If you're enjoying everything that we're doing here at Mavs Digest, with our watch-alongs, our giveaways, our news vids just like this, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. But this evening, I thought that all was going to be quiet before the trade deadline. It's only a few days away. Maybe we make some small moves. Nothing really major needs to happen. I'm enjoying my Saturday night when my phone does not stop going off. They're telling me trades are going on. So what could it possibly be? Are the Dallas Mavericks finally going after Herb Jones? Well, we did say we wanted a defensive wing, and it looks like we got our wish, as Shams was the one to break the news that the Dallas Mavericks are trading Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick, sources tell ESPN. Three-team deal including the Utah Jazz. I don't have all the details regarding the Jazz. The only thing we need to know is that we traded away Luka Doncic, a premier, generational talent, for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a first-round pick. Yes, we got rid of Maxi Kleber. Yes, we got rid of Markieff Morris, which might make Kyrie upset. As we all know, we traded for Kyrie and Markieff Morris. They were a package deal. We brought them back this year per Kyrie. But now Markieff is gone. I'm sure Kyrie's upset. Luka's gone. That's Kyrie's hermano. He's gone. There is absolutely no way that this trade goes through with the approval of everybody involved, but it makes me wonder if Luka was really happy, if behind the scenes he was getting absolutely fed up. But why would he want to go to the Lakers? And why would we want to get Anthony Davis? We got Derrick Lively, we got Daniel Gafford, but if we're going to be honest with ourselves, Anthony Davis is a good player, and if we take a look at his stats for this year, for the season, Anthony Davis is averaging 25.7 points, 11.9 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 2.1 blocks, 1.3 steals, 2.2 turnovers, and 2 fouls per game while shooting 52% from the floor and 29% from three. Pretty solid numbers. He's a defensive player of the year candidate year over year. He does have those nagging injuries. They call him day-to-day Davis sometimes, or they just straight up call him street clothes. But this year as well as last year, he was having really good seasons. But why would we trade away Luka Doncic? I understand that we need defense. Defense is our number one issue. But I'd argue that starts with the coaching, not necessarily with the players. We saw last year where Derrick Jones Jr. really wasn't that great of a point of attack defender to start the season. But as the season went on, he became that for us. And all we need to do was just fix the team. But this trade doesn't make sense. I don't see this team making a deep playoff run. I don't see this team making it out of the play-in if we even make the play in this upcoming playoffs. It just doesn't make sense. And maybe we could see a little bit more information here. Shams had to tweet this out saying, yes, this is real. Sources tell ESPN this is the full trade details. So we do have the full trade details. I'm sorry. But the Lakers are getting Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris, while the Mavericks are getting Anthony Davis, Max Christie, the 2029 LA first-round pick, and the Jazz are getting Jalen Hood-Schifino, and the 2025 Clippers second, and the Mavericks second. So we sent out a second-round pick as well. And we got back a first-round pick. We got rid of Maxi. We got rid of Markieff Morris. A lot of Mavericks prayers have been answered. We lost Luka Doncic, and it just does not make any sense to me. We don't have a generational talent on this team anymore. We now have Kyrie Irving. We now have Klay Thompson and Anthony Davis. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago, that three would have been an amazing trio in the NBA. But Anthony Davis, although I did just say he's playing very well, his numbers do support that, he's getting older. Kyrie Irving's dealing with injuries. He's getting older. Klay Thompson is on the last contract of his career. And we only got 1 first-round pick for Luka? Luka can't get you 3 or 4? I understand if you want to hit the big red button and just restart the whole franchise, trade away Luka, cool. We only got 1 first-round pick back. I get it. You get Anthony Davis. We only got 1 first-round pick. I absolutely do not understand where the front office's head is at. I saw reports that it was Nico that went to the Lakers and offering Luka. It wasn't like the Lakers came to us. We went to the Lakers, which, again, leads me to believe that there had to be some kind of behind-the-scenes just feud between Luka and the front office. Maybe what everybody said about the lack of playoff success and the lack of just being able to get Luka better help is maybe that's what would have driven Luka away, and maybe he was upset. Maybe he wasn't happy here. Maybe he didn't like how he was treated here. And maybe that's why we traded away Luka. In the upcoming days, more information will come out surrounding this trade because this is one of the biggest trade of the year. I don't care what happens between now and February 6th. This is the biggest trade of the NBA season, probably over the last several years. This does not make any sense. I'm going to say that time and time again. This does not make sense for the Dallas Mavericks. We take a look right here. Brett Siegel tweeted out that early word on all of this. Apparently, a rift had been forming between Anthony Davis and Lakers management, especially after a sit-down interview with ESPN. And in that sit-down interview, he mentioned how they weren't getting enough help. He was getting frustrated. It was very candid. So it goes to show that there's a lot of things that do happen behind the scenes. This trade just came together in the last few hours with nobody around the league knowing about it. This was a last-second pull. And again, maybe Kyrie was talking to Anthony Davis. Maybe Anthony Davis was talking to Nico Harrison. Something is fishy. Something had to have been happening behind the scenes for this to just pop up and happen. It just makes no sense. Brett Siegel also tweeted out saying other word from this trade points to the 2025-2026 season being LeBron James' final year in the NBA. A lot to unpack on this. We will have plenty of details on what just happened days before the trade deadline with his Luka 80 story on Monday. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, word on the street is that next season is LeBron's last year. So LeBron gets this season and next season with Luka, which means Luka gets to play with Bronny James and all those other great players on the LA Lakers. It doesn't make sense unless the Lakers make more moves to get better talent around Luka. Luka, you're in the same position now than you were in Dallas, arguably worse. You got I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm trying to make sense of all this, but it doesn't make sense. If Luka wanted to leave, there could have been many other places that he could have gone to. There's no way Luka wanted to go play with the old LeBron and his son Bronny playing alongside. Rui Hachimura is a good player. But he's got Christian Wood again, I guess. And JJ Redick and Luka do have a relationship, so there is some reason why this makes sense, but it makes absolutely no sense. And if we just continue with all this crazy news, Bobby Marks tweeted out saying, there are major financial implications for Luka with this trade. He was in line to receive a 5-year, $345 million contract this summer. Doncic is no longer eligible for the Supermax. So money was one of the big motivations. Money was one of the big reasons, I guess, why he got traded. It just, I'm going to say it a million times. It just does not make sense. But this right here, the last thing we got to look at is Nico Harrison on why he traded for Anthony Davis. I believe that getting an all-defensive center and an all-NBA player with a defensive mindset gives us a better chance. We're built to win now and in the future. That quote right there makes me lose so much respect and so much admiration for Nico. We used to say, in Nico we trust. You believe that getting an all-defensive center and an all-NBA player with a defensive mindset gives us a better chance. What about the amazing heliocentric generational talent that is Luka Doncic? What about that guy that goes out and gets 40-point triple-doubles like it's nothing? We don't have that anymore. We don't have that scoring prowess. We don't have that player to pull the gravity from the defense to give Klay Thompson his looks. How is Klay Thompson going to play now without Luka? I'm pretty sure Klay didn't come here to play with Anthony Davis and Spencer Dinwiddie. He wanted to play with Luka. I'm pretty sure Kyrie ain't cool with all this. It doesn't make sense. And as we have the next few days up until the trade deadline, more information will come out. Best believe I'm gonna drop videos on every little thing. There may be a video tomorrow before the game about all this, and I don't even know if Anthony Davis is gonna play tomorrow. It's just a mess right now. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. We gotta have a conversation about this because this is absolutely insane. The Mavericks fan base is in shambles, and I'm right there with you guys. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. Hopefully nothing else happens, but make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Become a channel member. We do a giveaway every single month on this channel. And as always, take care, drink water. Until next time, peace.